Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to E2E. Just 1 second. Let me tell my team because they just 1 second. So, yes, the door a little bit open. Thank you. All right. So, as I was saying, welcome everybody. And today is going to be a special day because for those of you who are tuning in right now, we had to have our guest live, Ricardo Mendoza. We had to have him live. And what happened is that there was an emergency. And because we do our events right now live, it's not pre-recorded, everything is done live. Unfortunately, he had an emergency, a family emergency, and just want to tell everybody everything is okay. He is fine, and we prefer to reschedule it another moment. Because of this emergency, he would have had only 30 minutes, and I want to give maximum value to all of you. So with Ricardo, we simply decided to reschedule our E2E workshop. So as we are going to reschedule E2E workshop with relationships with Ricardo, I just want to have a feeling from all of you. How many of you were here on Monday and you watched what he spoke about Monday? What he spoke about Monday was really blowing mind for everybody. It was so valuable and so powerful because Ricardo is an amazing soul and he is an expert of human behavior. So being an expert of human behavior allows him to be able to speak and support, and he's an expert in relationships. Now, I do promise we are going to have this workshop in another day with Ricardo in another moment. So for those of you who have just joined right now, Ricardo is not going to be present this evening because there was an emergency. But I'm right now here with you. I'm going to quickly recap what he spoke about on Monday. And then we're going to sit together when we are going to go back again live and be present to do the workshop with him. So when it comes to relationship, there's the number one thing you have to do. Number one is look at the relationship you've got within yourself. Okay? So there are different levels of relationship. The first level of relationship is the relationship of yourself. What is the relationship you've got with yourself? And as I like to say it, what is the frame you have built around you? Let me tell you one thing, my friend. You are the most important thing in this life and in this earth. Okay? So the relationship you've got with yourself, the way you look at yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you show up determines how other people will relate to you. Let me say it again. The way you treat yourself and the way you relate to yourself will determine the way other people will relate to you. This is directly proportional. So if you have a high way of looking at yourself, if you have a high way of esteeming yourself, if you have a high way of treating yourself, automatically you are teaching and showing others how to have an amazing relationship with you. Okay? So it's important for you to know how you create the relationship with yourself. So level number one is how do you have the relationship with yourself? Okay? Level number two is how is the relationship in your inner circle? When I talk about inner circle, you need to be really protective. Who is your inner circle? And when I talk about inner circle, I mean your direct family, your children, your mother, your wife, your husband. That's your direct inner circle. And the way you relate with them, you should not relate with them in the same way you relate with the third or fourth level of level of relationship, which means your friends, your colleagues, okay, and people that you meet once in your life. You can't treat them the same way. So the first level of relationship is the relationship you've got with yourself. What frame have you built around you? How do you treat yourself? Okay? And I want to share with you one thing. If you think about the word confidence, what does the word confidence mean? If you break it down in Latin, it comes from confid, okay? And this means trust. The level of trust you put on yourself determines the level of relationship you have with yourself. Let me give you a direct example. How many of you have always said, tomorrow I'm going to run, tomorrow I'm going to the gym, tomorrow I'm going to stop smoking or stop doing anything? The fact that you say that you're going to do something and you don't do it, this lowers down the level of your direct relationship, because that's what you have said about yourself. And that's how you relate to yourself. And that's what you're teaching other people on how to relate with you. Okay? Then when it comes to relationship, the second level of relationship is a relationship you have with your intimate inner circle, your family, your loved ones. That's something that you need to protect. You should protect from the rest of the environment. And you should not treat them the same way like you treat all other types of relationships. And when you talk about this, I want to talk about the intimacy relationship. There's a difference between a friendship, which is a relationship based on being friends, and a relationship of intimacy. The difference is the fact that you have intimacy. That's what makes a difference between having friends or having your partner and your wife. And let me tell you one thing. Ricardo Mendoza spoke about polarity. When you speak about polarity, okay, I may have more, sometimes I may behave in my total masculine, but sometimes my feminine part, my feminine energy may pop up. Same with my partner. Her feminine energy may be dominant, but sometimes the masculine energy, the polarity, may come up. Okay? And that fire that brings that liveness and that brings that desire of staying together comes from different types of polarity. So it's important. Polarity is what keeps things working. Okay? If they are the same polarity, plus and plus, there's rejection. If there's plus and minus, there's attraction immediately. Okay? So it's important to acknowledge that polarity. And let me tell you this, sometimes the differences are the best thing that you could ever have in your relationship. Don't try to have things which are equal. Try to have things which are different, because that difference brings that spark and that flame and that life. And when you talk about polarity between feminine and masculine energy, you need to understand how the brain works. The female brain works in a certain way. The male brain works in a certain way. And let me tell you something. In my career as a coach, I have realized that most of the times businesses, because I have people watching me right now from LinkedIn, if you are a business owner or you are a high manager, I can tell you that there are two major elements that create stress in a business owner. One is the finances. Another one is the relationships at home. So whenever I coach a business owner, I understand that, okay, if it's not finances, it must be relationships. These are the two major elements of stress in a business owner. So what does this mean? This means exactly that we need to master the game and understand how the brain works, how the female brain and how the male brain works. Now, the male brain, since the prehistoric, the male brain is a brain that needs to be praised, needs to be respected, and then we need to have physical sexual contact. This is how the male brain works. This is how majority of men work. Now, why does the male brain work in such a way that we need to be praised? Number one, when we were going to hunt in the prehistoric time, we used to come back home with the food, and all the village and all the people in the village used to come and praise and cheer Okay, so this is wired in our neurons. We need to be praised. Okay, then on the other hand, we need to be respected, because when I was going to fight and bring the food at home, I had the respect of all the entire village. Okay, so praise, respect, and then obviously a physical need, which is sex. Now, how does the female brain work? And let me tell you this, once you understand this, this is going to change the game in your relationship. The female brain works in a different totally way. One way is this: the female brain needs to be seen, heard, and feel safe. Seen, heard, and feel safe. What does it mean, seen? How many of you, when your partner comes back home and she has just cut 2 millimeters of the hair, she's just there, honey, do you see anything new? And you, no, no. How come you don't see it? I cut my hair and it was just only 2 millimeters. So what happens? What happens is this, that female brain needs to be seen and to be heard. They need to connect with you. They need to be in connection, that when they are talking, you're not only just there present and but you're there, you're understanding them. Okay, they feel understood. And let me give a direct example, and I do this when I do my trainings. A female brain works in this way. The lady has a bag, a purse. Okay, she just needs to come to you and empty and throw that purse. So she starts on emptying. Let me tell you this, my friends, men, women don't need you to fix the problem. As a male energy, we are used to, give me the problem, I'm going to sort it out and I'm going to work on it. Give it to me. I'm going to handle it. I'm going to sort it out. Okay? Female brain, they don't need you to sort it out because they know what to do. They just need to do what I call in my coaching a process of offload. I need to offload. I need to free my brain. I need to free my bag. I need to free my purse by talking, by opening up. And guess what? When a female opens up and a lady is directly open, guess what happens? She feels safe. And now because she feels safe, she can open up. Okay? So, two things I want to talk about with you today, because now I'm going to leave you, but I just wanted to jump in and reassure you, we are going to do back the live with Ricardo. He had an emergency, so I just came in to give you a recap of what we spoke on Monday, and I wanted to add on a bonus and add on and give you some value on how the male and female brain works. Okay? So, the male brain works that they need to be praised, respected, and we're always searching for sex. The female brain needs to be heard, seen, and feel safe. Okay? For those of you who don't know, when a woman is freaking out, it's because she's not feeling safe enough. So as a man, we don't need to go and try to sort out the solution. Give me the problem, I'll fix it. No. Women need to be heard, seen, and to feel safe. So most of the time, they know what to do, but they just need to come and open up, talk to you, tell you, feel that you are connecting with them and you are providing for them value. Okay? So this session has been really short just because I wanted to warm you up. Now, as soon as Ricardo gives me another slot, we will get back and we will do our live and we will close up this workshop. And by the way, let me tell you one thing. Monday, we are going to have an amazing guest. And this guest is going to talk about communication directly from Florida. She's one of my mentors and she's a female lady. She's going to talk about communication. And she's an expert in communication. And she's going to be live with us on Monday. So I do apologize for the inconvenience, but I can tell you Ricardo is safe. The family is okay, but there was an emergency and we preferred to do it another moment where we could have plenty of time instead of rushing and doing something quickly. Okay, now for those of you who have just joined our community, I just want to tell you one thing. We've got E2E. It's expert to experts. And in this expert to experts, we always bring the best experts in the world to support you in different areas. Okay? So make sure you stay tuned on our pages. Mondays are going to be free and Thursdays are going to be only for specific members who got a membership. If you want to know more about the membership, and we want to have a chat about it, drop down a comment and the team will get back to you and we will see how to make you jump in and join in into this membership and be part of this community, because we're going to bring every single week a special guest to help you and to support you and to provide for you massive, 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 and again, massive value. It was my pleasure to serve you, okay? And I really do apologize, but we are live and we do everything spot on in the moment. Stay tuned. We will let you know when we are going to do this workshop here with Ricardo, okay? And my job is done for now. I am out. I wish an amazing rest of the evening, and then stay tuned. The team will let you know when we are going to come back live with Ricardo and do the workshop on relationship. Love you so much. Have an amazing rest, blessed evening. Stay safe, stay strong. Love you and see you next time. Thank you. Ciao.